Hello to my dear friends, how are you? It is about 8:15 on Wednesday night. It takes absolute hours for me to get a video loaded here with the internet at Mom and Dad's. I have no idea why. The few videos that I have put up, it's been in the afternoon, about 4 or 5, so maybe I'm starting to download into YouTube about 5:30, and when I go to bed at night, 10:30, 11 o'clock, it is still not loaded up. So I'm hoping that this loads up before I leave in the morning. I'm going to meet Dad downstairs at 5:45 and follow him out to McDonald's. He meets his friends every morning at 6 a.m. and has coffee with them. He missed a few days since I've been here because he hasn't been feeling well. But yesterday he did well, today he did well. I thought Mom was coming in the morning, but Mom came in about 6 o'clock tonight, so Mom's already here. Mom and Dad are already in bed. And I have just showered and put mousse all over my hair, and I have this big giant clip. I have no idea where this clip came from, but I promise you I did not buy this, but I'm very happy I have it because this is the one thing it works perfect for when I wash my hair. I can wad it all up and just put it in that clip and it's perfect. So when I get up in the morning, I'll take it down and it'll be all curly, and then I'll wear it down while I drive. That's the easiest way it's the most comfortable way for me to travel, is just to have it down. So the plan is, tomorrow on Thursday, I'm going to go through Oklahoma City, stop at my aunt and uncle's. I have these two really big knitting machines. I don't know if I told you about these or not. One of them is 4.5 feet long. It's not real long, but it's heavy. And so it's going to require 2 people. So I'm going to have somebody help me get it out of the car. I've already got the car all loaded up. And then there's a smaller one. It's not as wide and it's not quite as long. And I was able to carry that one by myself down the stairs and put it in the car. We had a time getting that really big one out of where it was, and then to get it down the stairs. It was just hilarious, me and Mom trying to get that thing down the stairs. Mom sat on the stair, and you know those big foam things that you can put on a bed? Well, she had one rolled up in one of these zipper, those plastic zipper containers. She sat down on the stair with her back to me, and then we put that foam behind her, and then we have this wide board, a plank, about this thick, and we had that knitting machine sitting on top of it, and so I was just kind of holding it so that it wouldn't, just kind of keeping it in place as it went down, and she would slide down the stairs. It was just something else. I told Dad I thought she was trying to kill us that day we were doing that. That was on Monday. He said, "Yeah, I know what you mean. She does that to me all the time." You know how moms are. And anyway, we got it down. But I'm going to have to literally unload my car in order to get this out tomorrow. So I talked to my aunt. My aunt has a friend that's in a knitting club and someone in the knitting club wants these 2 knitting machines, in a quilting club, I think it is. And they want these 2 knitting machines. So I talked to my aunt today, and she's going to figure out what we can do, where we can take this thing to, or if they can come to the house. I should be there about noon tomorrow, and then I'll just stay long enough to take care of these knitting machines and say hello. If I feel good enough, I'm going to go ahead and drive the rest of the way home, which is 8 hours from where my aunt lives. Coming up, it was only about 7 hours to get into Oklahoma City, but then by the time I get off the freeway and actually get where she's going, or get where she lives, I know that from her house all the way home is a good 8 hours. So we'll see how I feel by then. This is kind of a hard trip for me to make all the way around. I've been here long enough to rest, but it's just a real hard trip on my body. But I do have something really cool that I'm excited about. Anyway, if I don't feel well enough tomorrow to make it all the way in, then I'll just stay at my aunt and uncle's, which is no problem. And then I get to visit with them a little bit longer. Okay, so Mom has all these health books laying around, and I picked one up, and the first thing I looked at was migraines, because you know that I have a constant headache, and then the pain goes up into migraine level, but I've been taking prescription medicine for a few months. It's worked real well, blah, blah, blah. So my since Christmas, the pain has escalated. But you know, I realized last night I haven't been to the chiropractor because we have to meet our deductible for our insurance, and it starts at $60, and then it goes up when you go for a chiropractic visit where we go. So I've been waiting for us to meet our deductible so I can start going back. So that could be why it's escalated just a little bit. But in this book, I found some stuff, and I'm pretty excited. Okay, number one, I've run completely out of my medication while I've been here. I've been here a little longer. I was using a pill box, and I didn't just throw the medicine in my bag. So no big deal. It hasn't really made that much difference. The last medication I took was on Sunday, and this is Wednesday night, and I don't know. There's not anything hugely different. But in this book, there was this powder that I could get. I have no idea what it's called. I went ahead and ordered it. I'm hoping that it's home by the time I get there. It's powder, and it equals 25 to 30 supplements. So I'm going to take a scoop of that per day. And then he recommends, in addition to that, just for the first 3 months of trying that, you add B2. Take 3 100 milligram pills of that. Just for 3 months of in addition to the powder. And then it says to take butter burr. So Dad took me to get some B2, some butter burr, and I'm super excited about that because I've never heard of that. I did not know that was something, but I looked on the internet, and everywhere that I looked, it is the number one thing for butter burr is migraines, and I don't think I've ever heard of that stuff before. So I have some, and I've started that, and I started the B2. The B2 is for energy. That's not specific to migraines. And then the butter burr that I have has one other ingredient that I've heard of. I can't remember what it is, and I looked it up because when I got home I was like, oh man, it's got something else in it. But it's also used for migraines. So maybe I have a really good combination going on here. It takes 6 to 12 weeks. I'm going to keep you posted. I'm really hoping that this takes care of these migraines and this 24/7 head pain that I just live with constantly. The ringing in my ears is just off the chart. It's gotten louder. And usually when it gets louder, you know, after a little while it comes down. But I don't know, it just seems to be just really loud, just staying loud. And then it seems to be getting louder. And I don't know, it's just super annoying. Let's see, what else? Deb tried to Skype this morning with Micah, and for some reason she couldn't get a connection, so we talked on the phone. This afternoon she Skyped. Yesterday Regina sent me a picture of Micah wearing her little sunglasses. They had made a trip around the block. Did I already tell you this? Maybe I told you this yesterday, I forget. And then Deb sent me a really cute picture on Sunday of Micah. Micah looked really cute going to church, so I've gotten some pictures, and we've been Skyping, and then I am soon to be home, either tomorrow on Thursday or be home on Friday. We have this big rally on Friday night that I'm trying to get to. It's called the Holy Ghost Rally. And it is the biggest service we have. It's my favorite service, and I can't wait to get there. And I'm trying to get home tomorrow so I can rest a little on Friday. It's also supposed to snow. I've heard 2 to 5 inches. I've heard 1 to 3 inches. So who knows what that really means. I don't mind driving in it, but it is such a long trip. I don't want the weather to slow me down on Friday, so I have an extra motivation because of weather to also get me home. But if I can get home tomorrow, I can rest a little, and then I can go to the service that I'm dying to get to. And I think that is about all the news. And I will talk to you soon. I will look to the hills from whence cometh my help, for my help cometh from the Lord, who made the heaven and the earth. Say hello in the comments. Bye-bye.